Today we're getting a beacon in Minecraft. So of course the first thing that I'm going to need is wither skeleton skulls. And one thing that I also need is soul sand, but good thing because I have enough of that already. And by the way, I will get to that a little later, but as you may notice, it is day 187 and I just kind of decided to build that because I had nothing else to work on. Alright, so I've been to the nether and back and I officially have 3 wither skeleton skulls. So now it's time to go down here into the mines and take care of this thing. Alright, so now we are in the mines and oh boy, have I been doing a lot. Actually, I'm gonna go to a slightly bigger area like this one over here. Alright, and now it's time to start digging this 2x1 tunnel. Alright, so I've got these 2 heads right here on the soul sand and I've dug pretty far away from the bigger area, so I should be more than good to go ahead and get this going. So let's go. And this is really simple. Almost there. Come on. There we go. First wither star of the series. Alright, so thankfully I have all the stuff to get this beacon built, so without further ado, alright, so this is where the beacon will sit, so I'll just go ahead and get it up here. Now, although it's not going to really do much besides just this, I'm going to leave it here for now, but now that we've got that dealt with, it is time to move on to this house. Now, this house was definitely something that I've never really built before, and not gonna lie, when I started building it, it was kind of odd. But the style of the roof is definitely something different than I've done before. I really haven't done much to this house yet besides decorating the front and just adding more depth, and I can even see someone in there already. Well, you're being evicted, sorry. Alright, now that we've got that little issue taken care of, I also kind of built the roof the wrong way, because this way you can see there's just a mountain up there. And this way is just the sky, there's nothing. Now, if you look out the front, the sun rises from either this side or that side. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, I built the roof the entirely wrong way. It's supposed to be this way and not this way. But sometime soon I am gonna fix this off camera because, you know, tearing down the entire house, rotating it 90 degrees, and rebuilding everything is what I'm going to have to do. Because if I just change the roof and I turn the roof this way, then the entire front of the house is messed up along with the sides. But now if we go inside, you can see that it is a completely stripped out home. And this originally was just a little wheat farm kind of thing, and that's why the windows are still here. Now, as far as the bridge is concerned, it is incredibly thin, and it looks like if you just even stand on it, it would fall. So I am definitely gonna have to do a lot of work to a couple of the builds around me. Now, there is one more thing that I also wanted to show you, and if you couldn't tell already, I have been working very hard on learning how to do interior, but so far it's going okay. I mean, it's not the greatest because, you know, some things aren't really lining up, if you know what I'm saying. But if we go back to the front door and go down to the basement, as you can see, I have the floor finished, and so is the rest of the room. So these right here are fairly simple designs. Now, I've kind of added on the trapdoors just to go along with the builder green, and it's better than a half block here or just something totally different. But at the ladder in the corner of the room, as soon as you get down here, you are met with bookshelves, and if you go through here, there's nothing yet, but I'm going to expand out that way, and forwards. But for my next project, I need a lot of iron, and to get the amount of iron that I need a iron farm. So for that, I'm gonna have to make a villager breeder, but for that, I'm gonna have to get some villagers over here. Now, I'm definitely going to expand this area a lot more because while I was, you know, spending my time building this house, I was also terraforming this entire area. And if you remember from the last episode, the land came out to about right here, and it kind of made like this little valley, so I had to back all this stuff all the way back, and same along with this side, along with clearing the trees. I also had to deal with a lot of creepers. But without further ado, let's get these villagers over here. Thankfully it's not too far. Of course we don't want any nitwits. Alright, so now that I've got that guy in there, Alright, so now I only have 2 rails left, but I have this entire area fully mapped out and ready to go. And as you can see, the rail goes through the forest, across a dirt bridge, down on the land of my island, and up here onto the bridge, and across. Alright, so without further ado, let's get them home. Now, hopefully I can get in. There we go. Now, is it actually going to push us the right way? Hopefully. Now, this guy is just staring me down, and I seem to have gotten stuck. There we go. Now, will that get stuck? No, it won't. It keeps on chugging along. Now, thankfully, they're going way faster than the minecart with a furnace in it. So, I honestly, yeah, bro, they're going so fast. I honestly think that they, oh, never mind. They're not going to get home before me. I would always dig like a really deep mine, and then I would put one of those in the bottom of it after I made a railroad system, and I would literally put like all of my materials in a minecart with a chest, and then I would send it up using one of those. Now, whenever I did that, it either failed horribly or it worked perfectly fine. And I honestly love how once they start going in a direction, they can't get bumped backwards like I can. But now we are going across the bridge onto my land, so I will see you guys in just a second. So now I can literally just forget about them until, well, I get the rest of my resources.